like I'm starting every single stream with head bobbing, but to be fair, I'm not entirely sure how else to start these streams at the moment. I think most people just jump straight into it, and I guess we can do that. I think like the main focus I'm working on is the fact that I'm capped at 98 million rupees, or I'm about to hit the cap. I'm not entirely sure. I should be crafting weapons in order to break through that, but or at least stop hitting the cap. What exactly do I want to do? I want to enhance Marth's sword to T2 for Volk, so I guess we can do that. But I do think I need some more gold fragments. Yeah, we need some more gold fragments. So, we'll jump into that. Ignore the fact that I'm completely dry on our wings, but, you know, that's easily solved. Because I do need to slowly chew through all these wings. Not sure if the music might be a bit too loud. Because the problem is, I gotta just sort of play it by ear almost. Is Master Volk? Nope, not right now. We just want Expert. Okay, this is fine. Goodness me, it's so warm at the moment, and if I want no white noise on my microphone, then that means keeping the windows closed, turning off the fan, so I will probably get progressively more sweaty as the stream continues. Anyway, team comp-wise, we've got Halloween Lowen, Halloween Mim, Galaxy. Halloween Lowen, I know for a fact is sleep resist, but Halloween Mim, I believe is something... God damn it. I believe Halloween Mim is something like... yeah, totally intentional. This is probably the messiest run ever, but okay. I've been completely lost as to what buff to actually use for the math, or at least what skill 4 to use. Yeah, I was a bit late. We'll just eat the swipes. There's the first bomb. And the attack rate feels so good. I'm the only map, so we're not going to overcap on attack rate either. Looks like I got clipped by that one. Fairly messy. fairly quick? I feel like that was fairly quick. I forget how many fragments we were actually looking for. Maybe a bit more. At least one more run, I think. We needed something like, what, 13 fragments? That's 6, though, which is middling. That's the average, I guess. And let's just double check settings in terms of sound. Sound effects, voices. This can come down a bit, I reckon. And then music obviously off, because Toys Factory hates people playing Dragalia Lost and trying to record it. Where are we? Hey Crisis, hey Seafut, you're gonna lunch soon, so lurk mode. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair, that's fair. What do I need to do for this? I need to clear 5 of those. Okay, that can wait. Everything else? I think that's it. Anyway, more Expo Volk. Almost ready to shelve eCiella. I've never actually cleared a fight enough to consider like shelving it. Like eCiella, I believe I have 5 out of 8 weapons. I mean, you say shelve eCiella, but Master's gonna come out at some point. And then you're gonna have to dust it off and get back to it. Yeah, I've never been too stringent? I don't know how to say it. Grinding silvers and for the tree. Yeah. I've never been too good at prepping. Like, the most I've done so far is prep, like, High Dragon Child tier 2 weapons. To prep for, like... What did I prep for? I didn't even prep for eCiella. I didn't prep for eCiella. I was already prepped for twins because I was trying to tackle Hilda, not terribly successfully. And I took the axe and just put it on Karina, and then, well. And then that's kind of about it. Karina just ended up being good enough to cheese the hell out of stuff with. Oh god, what have we done? Oh god, we're so dead. Okay, we'll just revive. Oh my god. Ooh, that is odd to take that much damage. She has some fat regen, but to be fair, she doesn't really want to be using it unless she's like already gotten her buff off. But she gets the... oh my god. She gets a plus 30% strength from her skill 2 being ready. Am I dying here? I'm dying there. Wow, holy... sweet baby Jesus. I wasn't the only one that died, so things look a bit awkward. Yeah, I ate a bunch of projectiles that I shouldn't have. Cassie's fat regen... I don't know, you're kind of better off not using it for the strength buff, and then it means that her S1 strength, well, her S1 buff is that much stronger as a result. Assist-wise, I should be okay. I'm just a bit crap at the moment. Oh my god! We all rolled into the same spot. Okay, I'm getting away from that bomb. Okay. Okay, it's just head back to the lobby for this one. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about what I said now. This lobby might be a bit inexperienced. Myself included. Like, I've only cleared expert like a handful of times. Maybe like a dozen times or so. Then again, it is just a public room, so we'll have to see how it fills out. Restricted to daggers and blades. That's a really odd choice. Okay, oh, and they're using... Okay, this Cassandra might not be particularly... I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, Someone doesn't know about the co-op change? Maybe. Galaxy and Nobunaga. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this, Cassandra. We'll see. I mean, it's the nature of running with public rooms. Okay, I'm still... Oh, okay, Am I gonna die again? Okay, no, I'm good. Oop. Okay, this one... Okay, he's doing some weird things, just dropping from the sky like that. Man, my connectivity's been kind of ass. It keeps getting the funky audio issues like more often than I normally do. Oh, I got squalls. That's so sad. Nice. Oh. Yeah, that was a spicy one, but we got through it. Quick. None of my skills are ready. Alright, one flickering flames, that's all I can contribute for break. Are we prepared for this? Okay, we're good. Honest that I'm burning before he has to. Oh, never mind, he just dies. Okay. Messages! Hey Kayla, Sub-Zeno, just wanted to say thank you for all your Dragalia content. I watch them as you post them and I really appreciate the time and effort you put in, and your voice is hella soothing. Thank you. Also, I got Cass in 2 multi and 10 tickets, so I'm happy. She's all I wanted since I have all the Gala units. Yeah, it's a good pull. Overloaded on Void Seeds? Yeah, I actually... Man, what you talk about Void Seeds, I like barely trade them off. I rarely tap into them because like I grind so much Agito with 3 gold Fafnirs on the backline that like I'm never really wanting for rupees at the moment. Let's see. Materials wise. Yeah, 593 Void Seeds. I'm okay. You spent Void Seeds? Oh my god, what? You made and dismantled every mid-game and undersword in the game for the skins. Oh my god, okay. I mean, that's one way of using rupees, I guess. What would I do? I don't know, I'm still waiting for Compendium. They announced it Year 1 Dragalia Digest. We still don't see it. It's heartbreaking. Anyway, can I enhance the sword yet? We're missing like 1 gold fragment, aren't we? 2. Yes. Wanted to experiment and see if it would count for the encyclopedia. I mean, if it's tracking it for your skins, I don't see why it wouldn't also count towards encyclopedia. Because I feel like it would use the same underlying system to track what you've had and not had, that is to say. But yeah, I don't know, the other day. Or was it just yesterday? Just like last night, Macaf was telling me about how he showed my videos on his stream, and of course people start talking about my voice. The sad thing is my voice doesn't sound quite as good on stream, because I don't get to process it quite as much. And by processing I don't mean like pitch shifting or any of the sort, it's just cleaning up background noise and just de-essing. Just overall making it slightly more pleasant to listen to. And this is a 3 math room. I don't think this is the room for me. Alright, Crisis, we'll set something up. Let's create a room and we'll set it to wind restricted. Just let people pop in and then we'll fix the conditions afterwards. You've liked my voice for months now, just not called a stream. Commented on several of your vids and I already said so there. Oh! That does kind of remind me a bit of, like, I think that one time I had, like, a little crisis of confidence when I was making my poll vids and I was just like, oh guys, why do you even watch my videos? And, like, had, like, 30 or 40% convo back on Gala Prince banner. That was... wow, that was almost a year ago. Like, yeah, that would have been almost a year ago. But yeah, I remember some while ago just like capping out my video with like, why do people even watch this? And a lot of it was people like actually liking what like my thought process. Ah, so you've been around for a while, Kalis. Well, welcome to the stream. I've only been streaming for about... I've had like what, like 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4 Dragalia related streams, and I started like properly in maybe... about 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I don't know, it was nice. It was nice. Wow. We have an old guard here. Well, looks like this room's ready to kick off, so Lowen, 2 Laxies, yeah, no issues. I'm the only stun specific one, but bombs wise, I think we got it. But yeah, in terms of the content backlog I've yet to get through, I need to fill out fight guides for Volk, Master Volk. There's Shadow in like just under 2 weeks. And then I need to go around to like High Dragon Trials as well. Like High Dragon Trials I've mostly done casually, so to speak. Oh, bit too close together, but no one's a meaty healer, so we're alright. Oh, okay. Did not expect that. Are we gonna end up over burning on this? We're at 4 stacks of burn. Or at least we were for a split second. Oh, he also cleanses all of his afflictions. That's... never knew that. Well, that's something to keep in mind. Ah, timing for that was off. Oh, let's eat the dogs. The attacks, that is. I see. I think the thing about doing Volk fights is I find it tricky to be really talkative, because it still requires a bit of focus from me. And I think, I don't know, Mecaf said the other day that like Dragalia Lost streams are basically just chatting in a slightly more visually engaging format. Which means at some point I will probably... none of my skills are up again. I mean, that will need to be story time at some point. Sure, what happened there? Ooh, crit for 100. Oh, one give up. Okay, I suppose if you're not looking to chew up wings, that makes sense. Okay, fairly clear. I don't know who Aelif was, but thank you. Crisis is Aelif. Okay. Oh man. Must mean my stream is on a pretty low delay actually, because that message came out in like a second or two. What up, Konoyaro? Nice to see you in the stream. I'm gonna quickly make that sword now, actually. And then think about what else I want to chew through. So, crafting, enhance, and then finally, tier 2. My first tier 2 Volk sword. Done 1 out of 8 Crisis. I've got a long way to go. I've never been particularly grind heavy. So that makes me like... I am fairly casual in the grand scheme of things. Despite the fact that I actually go ahead and make like fight guides for stuff. Yeah, I think a lot of people like mentioned Living Like Log, for example. He was grinding a lot, and I think as a result of that and pushing so hard to try and make a career out of his YouTube streaming, people sort of reckon he's sort of burned himself out on Dragalia and just content creation in general. Which I suppose is like, you know, it's another thing that I've heard. Because I've done a lot of like watching, listening when it comes to what it takes to make essentially, you know, being able to grow a stream without blowing up. It boils down to apparently like focusing on content first, which I think I've done. I think I focused on content first. And then if you focus on content first, then hopefully, you know, the viewers, followers, subscribers are a result of the content, and they're not really a goal in and of itself. On this note though, I'm not entirely sure what to do next. In Dragalia Lost, that is. I do believe I want to do some twins, actually. Bouncing around all the screens at the moment. I think I'm looking to make another weapon. Maybe just tackle twins in a slightly more interesting fashion, because I've just been doing Karina and nothing else. But as to who I want to make a twins weapon for, Fjorm seems like she could be fun. And I guess on that note, would also make a weapon for Xander, Sanfred, and Elizan? And I guess Sibella too, who I've unlocked 50 nodes for. I don't know why I unlocked her. I don't know why I put her on 50 MC. I think I was trying to get like buff skill time? Did I do it for that? That doesn't make any sense. I think I used her for the Colosseum event. I was just like, yeah, it's just casually 50 MC a 3-star unit that's objectively really bad. Could also look at ones. Ooh, if we get a Lance, then we could potentially try Catherine. Now, what do I need for a Lance? That is the wrong screen. Crafting. Look at lances. How many can we make? Okay, we just need silver fragments for lances. Sure, let's blow it up with our murder pirate. Where is the murder pirate? There's the murder pirate. All looks good to me. Mega Man in slot 2. I don't know if it makes sense to do standard, because if I want to make more weapons, then, I don't know, grinding out. It'll take a while if we do grind out. Grinding expert for silver fragments I don't think is a good idea. Room-wise. Don't really know. We'll do the same thing again, I guess. We'll wind focus the room. Yeah, I mean, we get the most silver fragments per wing, I guess, in standard, which I guess is a good way of making sure that people revisit each of the difficulties, because otherwise you'd just be grinding the highest difficulty you could. But in the interests of, I mean, if we approach this with like a long-term goal in mind, say getting all 8 of the weapons, I feel like you don't actually want to run that many standards. Like on average it's like 20 or 30 experts and 10 or so standards for like a maximum unbound tier 1 weapon, something along those lines. Like a roughly 3-to-1 ratio of expert to standard, I believe, for a weapon. Yeah, just chilling, I guess. I don't know. It comes to Dragalia Lost. Yeah, I feel like we've hit a bit of a content drought. We've got the dragon banner. Revive bonuses. Revive bonuses when master arrives make both the modes drop 1/10 of the necessary materials. Ah. So it's like 20 runs total for a weapon? I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, farm the necessary expert, finish out the silvers with standard. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That makes sense, as far as I can tell. I think I might just, if I'm doing, I suppose it doesn't matter all that much for standard, but if this were expert, I'd probably fish for a Karina room, because it's the way I do it. Most optimal way to do it is to wait for master, but you're impatient. Yeah, I mean that's optimal, but it also leaves you... I suppose after the first weapon, it's not too bad. But from the eyes of a content creator, I want to be ready for master with like at least a handful of different weapons. Because if the master meta shifts compared to like expert, then I get left out in the dust and unable to like tackle expert on day 1, which is for most content creators the goal, as far as I can tell. And when it comes to farming high dragon trials, I suppose I still want to work on Fafnir's and stuff. But part of me also wants to use Agito weapons to farm high dragon trials. Maybe even like do them in solo, which means getting the right composition and then Agito weapons for all of them. What am I doing? Ugh. Okay, I'm sort of running on autopilot there, which was not that great. Tuesday, chapter 15, Siren event rerun. I mean, chapter 15 coming tonight or 17th is not mutually exclusive based on your time zone. Because if it comes tonight, meaning next reset, then for me that's the 17th. Is it? Oh, wait. Something along those lines. Yeah, time zones, time zones. That's a thing, like, a lot of the streamers I catch on Dragalia Lost happen to be based in the US. And there I am, watching Mechap streams until 3 AM. It's just like, too degen, but sometimes it's just what you do. Next reset, not this coming one. Channel trailer? Okay, yeah, that might screw things a bit. His channel trailer, I believe, is aimed at some US time zone? I don't know the specifics. Whichever one is like 6 hours behind me, which I believe was like, is that? Okay, you know what, I don't know. I don't remember time zones anymore. West Coast? Okay, this was a speed clear if I've ever seen one. 14 seconds! Laura in that trailer, oh yes, and then Valix with the mask. Oh boy. Do we always get characters with... So last chapter we got Xena, then after that we've got... I don't know what the next story character could possibly be, but it'll be interesting. Pop up on wings. Gala Thor next? Are we expecting a wind dragon? Did we ever end up stealing anyone's packed dragons? It kinda worked that way for Emil and Mercury. Ah, Mars. I don't actually have Mars, so I don't know how that works out. Don't know if there was anything mentioned in his story or not. But like, Mars was a Gala character, and as far as I can tell, the Gala characters aren't really... They're almost like alternate timeline characters, as far as I can tell. Oh. Karina! Catchy is still like, oh, you're the best. Well, besides Shell. Yeah, I guess. She's sort of on loan, in a way. Oh, I'm still waiting for the second anniversary. Is going to be fun with a potential. Oh, someone disconnect. That was a messy raging tide. Gala characters are canon and they just rarely ever see their clothes. So says the Bible Dragalia life. Maybe? This is... I am not 100% sure on that one. Yeah, Dragalia life canon? What would that mean? That means... I don't know. Leonidas is the best chef in the Halidom. Oh. Ah, potential future Gala characters, besides dragons. I suppose the siblings could be next. Gala Leonidas. Yet another flame sword, yes? This is basically just a Karina room now. Pipple's just another Karina enabler anyway. Cleo was the 6th Great Worm. She only keeps covering her ears because they're horns. Yeah. Some theories just aren't safe. Am I eating an attack here because I'm bad? Yeah. Oh. That's a weird movement. Barks him again. And we're done. How many more do I need in terms of fragments, actually? Or do I just do it a bunch, because may as well. There's no harm in having excess fragments, because I'm gonna need them for the tree later on. Tree-wise, I need, what, 100 golds, 400 silvers to actually go straight to level 25 when that's a thing. Items. 175. I think it's 200 for a full weapon. Two Karina, Tiki Pipple. Sure. I do need to tackle the High Dragon Trials at some point if I want to fill out guides for them. That might be pain. Might just end up trying to solo all of them. Oh, that was some weird movement. Headcanon is that the wand that Cleo found that turned her into Cleo was ancient Dianal technology, and that her ancient array skill is actually her activating it and calling an orbital strike from the satellites that are still up there. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. Cleo is now a orbital laser commander. Makes perfect sense to me. Comic 269, Ellie still called herself the Grand Paladin. Paladin? Paladin. I don't know. I guess I don't take the lore too seriously when it comes to Dragalia life. I read every single one, but I don't. I suppose I forget them afterwards. I just read it for the gags and that's about it. New cube? New cube. Oh, new cube. Oh my god, the cubes. The cubes are surprisingly painful. At times. Wait, have we gotten cubes for all the elements? Or is this the last one? Oh yeah, and then like the augmented reality game. Is that what ARG stands for? Something like that. It's really just a set of ciphers? I forget the specifics. Why did I just... Why am I almost dead? Why am I dead? Okay. We didn't see that happen. Okay, this lobby might be mildly cursed. They're all little poems or nods in reference to satellites throughout history. Hey Mystic, what's up? Are those IAS? I am not too familiar when it comes to Twitch emotes. I am but a newcomer to Twitch myself. Yeah, the cool thing is that I can actually hit affiliate as soon as I get 50 followers, because I guess I have enough people watching my streams and active to like fulfill all the other requirements. So as soon as we hit 50, oh goodness, should I draw my own emotes? Would I draw my own emotes? Thanks for the host, Mystic. I appreciate it. Master Ayaha, not Aha. What do you want me to say, Master Ayaha and Oyaya? Oh jeez. How is that going to work out, actually? Opening transformation. Opening blast? Opening blast. Is she going to clap immediately afterwards? Actually, I don't think there is an opening blast, is there? It's replaced with claps and they repeat. Do we still call them claps? Just based off eCiella? I assume so. God. I don't know. I feel like... I don't think it's going to be as bad as a step from like expert to Master Cayenne, because that was just a big ol' fuck you to Glio, as far as I can tell. Like, I did the... Because I did the Shadow tier list with Orthodox and Lerat, which is sat on Orthodox's YouTube channel. And like, the claps is based off Roy. Ah, he does clap, doesn't he? Jeez. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Definitely a casual player here. But yeah, the more we dove into the tier list for Master Cayenne, the more we were just like, yeah, this fight is designed to screw over Glio as much as possible. Like, can't stay in the same place for long because of all the purples, and it's like, oh, okay, guess you're not using the Glio buff zone. Ah, you disconnected. The vegetable? Yeah, I think that'll be okay. This takes more of my focus than I'd like. Trying to maximize Karina's efficiency. Eagle eyes on the energy levels. Getting ignited and then not building energy. Jeez. How fast was that? 50 seconds. I had a clear go in like... This is just standard, by the way. I had a clear earlier with Mitsuba and 2 Karinas, or like 2 Karinas, Mitsuba... something else. Go in 15 seconds. Although I have had... Is it possible to see your fastest clear for a fight? Expert isn't that broken yet, although I have had like 1 minute 15 clears in Expert. And that's when every single Karina is like... Just like 4 Karina clears, 1 minute 15 seconds, there and abouts. If everyone's on board, everyone has the right puzzle pieces to fit together. Have I gotten a... I'm not sure if I've gotten a sub-minute clear for Expert yet, but I suppose with Master Cheese that would happen. Graced by Mystic themselves. And Searing Shroud Shredder, whoever's in player 2, I can't read that name unfortunately. Final reward for reaching Mercurial Gauntlet level 100 with every element is Fafnir Roy III himself. Unless this bastard has changed his name, I'm not sure. I believe his name before was just Konoyaro. Fire Emblem Heroes, huh? Man, I tried that and I couldn't get into it. Although I tried it near launch, I don't know how it is now. You're playing Fire Emblem Heroes again? Ooh boy. I don't know, I feel like... maybe it's just the content creator in me speaking, but like... It feels like... I wouldn't want to... get into Fire Emblem Heroes now. It's like I missed the boat in a way. None of my skills are up for this. Oh! Skill zone. Just play because you're male, Fallen Robin. Fallen Robin? Fallen Robin. From... Fire Emblem... Fates? Is that from Fates? Awakening? Awakening. There's a female Grima? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know, the thing that rubs me wrong about trying to get into Fire Emblem Heroes now is like... I guess the whole having to pull multiple copies of the same guy. Or same unit. I don't know, I suppose I'm like especially weak to like fear of missing out, and I feel like Fire Emblem Heroes is full of that. Oh, that was weird. He teleported. I didn't get an indicator for that either. That was... Oh, that's some real weird desync going on there. I had the skill charge buff I didn't actually see the zone. Just hip bopping to the music. Jeez, let's sit up properly. Otherwise this is going to turn into a 4-head stream again. What am I grinding for again? Let's double check my items. Hey, gold fragments wise, silver fragments wise are actually done, so just use the rest of the wings. Yeah, we got 210 silver fragments now, so we can burn up the rest of the wings and then make a lance. I kinda wanna try Catherine. I also want a Governor and Trenner. I want that bunny. Bunny is so good. Bunny is naturally kind of broken, but let's not say that. Most of the time you don't need merges? Oh. I just got slapped by everything. Saw your video on Yukata, Karin and Cass. Do you think the damage buff of Yukata Cass's heal is worth it to buy it for skill share? The problem with that, like using it for skill share, is I think Yukata Cass's abilities are based around maximizing that itself. So like she has enough synergy in her kit to make it worth it for herself, but other healers don't have the inherent, like, strength buffs that Cassandra gets. And then for everyone else, it is basically like the highest strength units. I don't know. Yeah, like she's very strength focused. I don't know if it'd be worth it for DPS units. I feel like DPS units are typically better off using like damage-based skill shares. Very few of them, I think, really use buffs. Might be fun. Would Emma use it? No, Emma's completely focused around like skill haste and stuff, so I don't think she'd really have the strength to make it decent. Should we head over to... I don't know, let's go over to Adventurers on the wiki. I mean, oh wow, okay. Maybe not. Or maybe we do. I kind of feel like it. Let's quickly swap over to this. This works. And I don't know, for this, like for Cassandra's skill to be worth it, the unit's kit needs to be based around maximizing strength. Like, in order for Cassandra's strength buff to, like, in order for Cassandra's buff to overpower what I believe like a straight 25% buff would be like actually, to be fair, I feel like Cassandra kind of matches Emma in that regard. The only problem is that Cassandra's buff doesn't stack. Cassandra with an Emma, however, that could be interesting, but with like more and more strength buffs you get diminishing returns, like the marginal increase for each percentage of strength buff is reduced. Nobunaga seems like an interesting choice, but would Nobunaga prefer to use that instead of... Because yeah, I mean, I guess like it ups the combo count. So like, Cassandra's buff adds to the combo count. What does it say that she uses? She uses Weapon S3 and Kleiman's S4. Now, Kleiman's S4 is simply a like 1700%, 1800% nuke. We reduce the damage for that because its skill sharing is like equal to about 900%, right? Trying to think. I'm not sure how it would interact with Nobunaga's like buff application and cleansing. I feel like Nobunaga might not benefit as much from the extra damage, or at least the extra hits. So Nobunaga's interaction would be a bit weird. Nadine, strangely enough, benefits from Cassandra's buff quite a lot, but the thing I'm less sure about is whether or not she wants to be applying that buff herself, or whether she'd prefer an actual Cassandra on the team to be doing it. Because if we look at these buffs, me and my bestie, Resounding Rendition, Resounding Rendition is a crit rate. No, yeah. Crit rate skill damage, which inherently... I mean, that's a low strength-ish build, right? Nadine's more tank-focused than damage-focused. Yeah. Actually, is she? Let's see, Inflict Burn, cleanses, dispels buffs. Oh, she does buff her own strength, actually. So, energized equals strength, extra energy. So she could be a potential user of Cassandra's skill. I don't know, though. I want to check what Cassandra's SP cost is for shared skill. 13k, yeah. Let's compare that to Emma. Emma's strength buff. Right, she's not. Emma's strength buff is 14k. But are they equal? Because if you apply extra strength buffs to Cassandra, then she kinda double dips in a way. But whether or not they're equal... I don't know. So the strength buff is for 15 seconds, Cassandra's buff is... Is it 10 seconds or 15 seconds? I feel like it might be 15 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds. I don't know. I guess it just sort of has like a little bit of extra text because it heals. And this would obviously heal for like 40-something% potency, which is a small heal, I guess, if it's shared. Banana Slam Jammer. I have no idea who that is. But anyway, faction of the regularly scheduled programming of Dragalia Lost, I guess. I don't know. I feel like whether or not Cassandra's buff is actually worth it is a very... pretty deep into theory crafting. I feel like you'd have to like properly number crunch to see if it's worth it. Hey Xandox, nice to see you around. Welcome to the stream. And here we are going to craft a Ayaya Lance. And use just a bit of our resources. Because we're like drowning in rupees. Hashtag not worth it. What is it? 20% bonus damage. It has the effect of applying 20% of Cassandra's strength at the time of her buff to everybody else's attacks, essentially. And that's multiplied by the modifier of that attack, so it's kind of like a 20% strength buff, but 20% of Cassandra's strength to somebody else. Which works with Cassandra because she's so focused around it. What do we want to do now? So I just made the lance. What do we do? You know, I should have thought about whether or not I want to make a team for like soloing Hybrid. I don't know if a lance actually fits into that. Her skill is pretty future-proofed. Yeah, buffs in particular. Like, Glio is a prime example of that. Like, she just gets more powerful as other units get more powerful. Oh. I've not touched this team in a while, but I guess I can stick a lance on him, axe on her, and they get just these marginal benefits. If strength for double buff ever becomes a thing in fire, she could be real good. Yeah, I mean, that would... fire isn't particularly defense buff focused. We see that a lot in wind, and a bit in water now that Karina and... well, mostly Karina's made it a thing. Pipple was kind of another reason for it, but... also dark. Yeah, that's mainly Patia and Grace. What's the flame meta right now is pretty focused around Burn Punisher? And I suppose there's energy double buff as a sort of side effect of me and my bestie, like that print. But there are no... okay, no. There are some fire defense buffers, but as far as I can tell, I think they're pretty bad. Pretty sure it's Marty. Marty's one of them. God, I remember when Marty was released, I was just like, there's no way they make another stun resist flame sword, but too bad, that's what they did. Oh, he doesn't even defense buff, it's a shield. But yeah, Marty, stun resist. God, I remember, Marty, when Marty was released, or at least when he was announced, I was still making videos on the sort of day of the reveal release, rather than when like numbers are actually released. And yeah, that caught me off guard, and like after that I was just like, okay, yeah, always gonna wait for the numbers. I'm not gonna end up wrong like that ever again, as far as I can tell. But Marty, oh my god. So who actually buffs defense? We've got Halloween Lowen as a defense buffer. Serena, possibly? Ah, not Serena. Ah, got a phone mount blocking the sides. Deals damage and crit rate increase, okay. All the 3-star light units are pretty bad with their fast passive ability. I mean, just light units in general are like, Radiant Shuanzang. Debuffer, I guess. But as defense buffers, does Emma defense buff? Or S2? Okay, but as Emma hasn't seen too much use recently, as far as I can tell. Melora or Fritz? Fritz is pretty cool. I guess like with co-ability wise. Let's have a look at this. Melora, I've possibly... well, I 4-starred everyone at the very least, so let's have a look at Melora. She has skill haste, paralyzing edge. Yeah, I can see that being useful. Melora might end up being in the backline when it comes to Shadow Agito, possibly, because light is very heavily dependent on paralysis at the moment. Have a look at Fritz as well. What's Fritz cooking with? Combo time. Are there combo-centric light characters? Mitsuhide and Daikakuten, yeah. Yeah. Who else is combo-centric? I guess anyone with Daikakuten is considered combo-centric. Still, oh god, Julieta spirals. Soon. So soon. But when it comes to light backline, I mean, like, you're not... I don't think you're ever going without Peony, right? I mean, 20% light damage? Come on. You can't not take Peony. Peony, another wand, and a blade. Yeah. Kinda makes sense. Skill damage and defense, I guess. Pretty good. For Chitose anyway. Who else would you use in terms of one slot? We've got Radiant Xuanzang. And she's rocking skill defense and shadow resist. Okay, that's... shadow resist is... I suppose it does apply multiplicatively with defense buffs rather than additively, that is. Then Lucretia, she has, I believe, inspiration on energy level up, but it's only a 60% chance, and then 15-second cooldown as well, so that's like... Why can't they just make it at least usable? That's not... What's a mana kicking with? Skill damage and shadow res again. So that's the same as... Who did we just look at? Radiant Xuanzang? But being a 4-star unit, my shadow resist isn't gonna end up as high. And then Xiaolei as well. Slightly higher shadow resist with above 10 hits requirement, which actually would end up higher. And if you're combo centric already, I suppose Xiaolei for shadow resist isn't too bad. Weird how Peony and cheat fonts are theoretically top light DPS. I don't think it's too weird for Peony, and obviously the sim isn't really going to capture the full extent of her like S1 filling ability. And Alphonse, I suppose he kind of just got a spiral out of nowhere. I mean, I guess his event was being rerun, but as soon as more spirals are released, I feel like he's gonna fall behind like extremely heavily. Don't people say that he's mostly a bench warmer when it comes to Fire Emblem Heroes? Characters who inflict paralysis. Big advantage because of Shirina backline. But there's gotta be times where that paralysis punisher doesn't really apply. Like, I imagine after a phase shift in Shadow Agito, and I suppose there's also gonna be moments in the fight where, well, I mean, there's a chance for moments in the fight for him to just cleanse all afflictions as well. So that's sort of that's like an uptime focused discussion, because otherwise you might just be better off with a blade instead of Paralyzed Punisher. I mean, the Paralyzed Punisher is 15% and the blade is 10% strength, but that's contingent on Paralysis Punisher being active for more of 66% of the fight, I guess? Something like that. And if the fight drags on at all, then obviously that Paralysis Punisher is gonna fall off. Break cleansing paralysis is not gonna be a fun time. Yeah, if that's the case, you might actually be better off just using blade. Anyway, what are we talking about? Kind of want to quickly auto through Twinkling Twilight as well. Get another 2 X runs in, because we do need to finish the dailies with this. Zhubajie's skill share, what exactly does he do? Is that just the shoulder charge thing, or is that his... Because it stuns as well, right? I don't know. Do we have many enmity characters in Light? Because if we don't, that means we're also going to have a lack of characters that really support it as well. I feel like the one thing that does make enmity characters work well is the support further in the element. For Shadow then, like, clearly Grace is the major amount of support, but because it makes it safe for you to sit at low health, essentially. Light at the moment doesn't quite have that option, although I believe if Hildegard were to suddenly gain a life shield, then oh boy. Then yeah, suddenly, yes. Support for enmity in the light element. And I suppose Zhubajie can sort of forcibly stop himself from being healed with his S2 buff, but when it comes to skill sharing it to someone else, it might be a bit trickier. I hope this month we get a skills tab in our collection screen. Yeah, I guess that could work. Hilda's heal is a pretty bog standard, like, what is it? Straight up heal, regen, shield and regen. Probable comp is Zhubajie. I mean, I think the main issue with that is, I don't know, I feel like not as many people have pulled for Zhubajie, so a lot of people might be trying to fit in other stuff. I mean, personally, I'm gonna be trying to run with Peony, and I think I've gathered the resources to, like, craft a second weapon if necessary. Hey, Sifat, what up? Are you part of the 70 MC Rosen Club? Oh my god. I mean, like, oh my god, that could be a thing. 4 times Rosen? Oh no. Because alongside 2 5-star characters, we should also expect 2 4-star characters. Oop. 2 4-star characters and 2 3-star characters to get their spirals as well. And is this sound of me pouring tea? Nothing else. You're allowed 1 mistake per S2. Does that apply when you're at low health? Because I think the buff is slightly different, right? Try not to spill my tea all over the desk. Shoot. Bad yet. So, it's a strength buff at below 30% hit points, and you get the shield at above 30% hit points. Might be okay. I mean, I suppose you get, like, buffer for mistakes in your first S2. Rosen. I did use quite a bit of Rosen back in the day. I think I probably used him for, like, the first time the circus unit came around. Do I have him 5-starred? I do have him 5-starred. I have him at 47. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty prepared for the big buff old man. Okay, at this point it's just Eldwater, right? Do we just 50 F and see him right here? Oh god. He has a healing double buff, right? It's just like, there's 2 things that could happen with Yozen. He goes the Patia route and starts strength buffing, or he goes the Karina route. Actually no, it's fairly unlikely because S1's a buff, isn't it? Yeah, oh dear. Give him, like, 50% skill charge. Oh no, Lotus Lance preps his S1. God, that'd be filthy. So dirty. Oh. God, that'd be really scary. Speaking of Patia, yeah, Spatula. Spatula is a weird character. I don't think there's too much precedent for cutting SP costs though when it comes to mana spirals, is there? I've seen some costs increase. Or is that just a Halloween Alazan thing? I don't have Summer Patia unfortunately, but I kind of get how she works with a whole unique force strike. Anti-poison equals strength is something I'd really like to see in the light element actually, but obviously paralysis instead. Hey Arcturus. I kind of feel like I should try a different game. What do I play? Do you want to take a break from Dragalia? Could you imagine how big the meme would be with 4 Ryozans if they cut his defense buff's SP cost by a ton? Dear God. 4 Ryozan runs 50-second standard clears. Are we going to see that one day? See him suddenly get, like, I don't know, skill prep double buff? 50% skill charge upon getting a defense buff? What is he working with at the moment anyway? Where is this old man? So he currently has defense buff on S1, standard stabby on S2, make him inflict paralysis or something, I don't know. Strength and hit points, healing double buff, curse resist, overdrive punisher. Overdrive punisher? Wait, are you talking about just like a 4 Ryozan run with like just... even if he doesn't get a spiral? God, I don't miss grinding Imperial Onslaught for like... goddamn core weapons. I hope like they do rework the whole weapon system at some point. Cut a chunk off the SP cost for S1. God, Agito would be a good candidate for a spiral, right? Who else would we be looking at? I mean, seeing Ron get a spiral would be pretty cool. Fritz as well. Ah, Hodetta. Oh dear God, why do we call her that? 3-star units getting spirals. I don't remember who's 3-star anymore. I suppose Malka, Irfan, Melora. Was Xiaolei a 3-star? Raymond, Linus, Estelle, Hope. Vixel spiral? Oh wait, Halloween Althemia was she was 4 stars, right? Halloween Edward was 3 stars, but I've pushed him to... Goodness me. Why do I do these things? He's still bad. I want him to work, but he's bad. Goodness. Resin with small PP damage. I mean, he's an old man, what do you expect? Although, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure his castle story, or his adventurous story, has him, like, completely ruining some people. He's being pursued by the church or something. Yeah, we can stick another wand on her now, right? Where is it? Wait, did we make a wand? Okay, we didn't make a wand, we made a lance. Whoops. Yeah, let's just go on. I don't know, mana spirals. Mildly excited. There's also the potential for like a lot of disappointment, I guess. There is a limited endeavor to clear this battle 10 times, but I feel like I'm not going to be doing it. Because I get what, like 20? Something like 20 in UI might for it. That doesn't strike me as particularly worth. What do? Well, that's daily endeavor's done, so we'll just quickly chew that up. Name the stuff in our inbox. And then, I don't know, I guess it's fairly open as to what we do from here. Astral Raid we've dealt with. Did I ever watch the conclusion of that Doomsday Getaway event? No, I think I did. Do I have anything left in Blazons? Emblems, I believe, are all done. Goodness. Are we on for more Attack and Dragon Trials? Dead game? I don't know. What do I try? Do I try and learn Master High Midgard Silver on stream? That'd be dumb, but we could do it. Before we do that though. Name Ben. What did Ben do? Oh. Ben's been streaming a lot of Card Fight, as well as other games, I think. I don't think anyone's going to be doing High Midgard Silver. Yeah, I don't know. High Dragon Trials are just pain. BGO. I have no idea what that stands for. Vanguard 0? Oh. Card Fight? What? Is that the full name? Ugh, jeez. Guess we can go with more Agito, but what kind of resources am I looking for? That is the wrong button. Also blame you because you're inconsistent. I mean, I'm pretty inconsistent as well. Like sometimes I'll just look at the stream, or at least I'll look at the Dragalia Lost category and I'll be like, Anders is already streaming. You know what? I'll leave it. Yeah, jeez. I mean, I guess it comes down to like your schedule and how it fits. We can make another eCiella weapon. Who do we want to make a eCiella weapon for? In terms of eCiella weapon, I already have bow, axe, lance, and sword? What's next? Wand? Blade? Still not strong enough to auto eCiella. To be fair, the way I got over that hurdle was I actually soloed Expert eCiella without autoing first, and I managed to do that with Chimera Tech weapons, so it's not too difficult. But I also did have like a max Sunbound Staff for Grace. Tier 1, that is. This was before Master Cayenne was a thing. thinking wand or blade for the next eCiella weapon. An alternative to Grace is Lowen. I've seen some people doing clears with Lowen instead. I think I'll make a blade? I think I'll make a blade and upgrade Victor as well. I've wanted to actually try Victor for a while, but I've never actually upgraded him. Yeah, soloing without a healer. Yeah, that's down to using a melee unit, I guess. Ah, Mystica. It looks like you could potentially be gated by the lack of dragons. Because I feel like a skill haste dragon is one of the key pieces of Expert eCiella, and being able to stick it on Hope. It's unfortunate, mildly annoying. Yeah, Ariel and Freya are both skill haste dragons. Or Garuda Hope. That could work, but at that point, I don't think you're able to auto with Hope lead, because a lot of the power of Hope is being able to spam his skills. I mean, if Garuda isn't mobbed, you could always farm for Garuda fragments, or at least like the Draconic essences. If you're up for that. Have I gotten a few? I've gotten 18. Because I'm hoping for the Dragon Spirals to be actually worth it at some point. Dragon Spirals. Not that they've been announced, but they mentioned that there'd be an alternate use for the Draconic essences, and I think I've hopped on the hype train alongside everyone else hoping for Dragon Spirals? Yeah. Yeah, I never actually pulled Andromeda either, but she seems pretty good for enmity units in general. How's my Garuda looking anyway? Alright, let's go to collections. Go to dragons. We part way with all the little drakes. Look at my 4 copies of sticks. God. 500 paws for 1 cat. 500 paws for 1 cat, and oh my god. 4 sticks on the way. That was pain. Oh, actually, I could use Moonlight Stones on those dragons and get some more old water out of them as well. No, I'm not. No. And who else is it? It was Juggernaut. Yeah, I suppose the nice thing about Lowen is does he give the HP buff? I forget if he does or doesn't. I mean, if not, there's always Silas as well. Right, back to selling dragons. Max Unbound Erasmus. I don't know whether to keep the second Max Unbound Event Dragon or just Cold Water it. Don't look at the sticks. Don't look. 500 paws for cat. 4 sticks. And he's still not worth it. Stick still doesn't work for Catherine or Eugene, even though it's like, oh yeah, totally looks like he's set up for them, but no, still bad. Autoing Ekai without Grace, using Patia, Glio, Vice, and Galax. Oh, I need the dagger, and I need to Spiral Vice. I should probably Spiral Vice. Probably needs me to promote him first. There he is. Wait, this is the wrong screen. Yeah, I have a Delphi as well. Like, Delphi was... I believe Delphi was the go-to unit for autoing Kai before he was a thing. Before Vice Spiral was a thing anyhow. So just quickly Spiral Vice real quick. Because obviously he's going to be sort of fundamental for autoing Kai, I guess. I'm pretty sure, like, in auto, you're gonna prefer a Vice over a Galax anyhow. Or at least that's how it would work out for my team. Okay, easy enough. Enough gold crystals. Yeah, I've been religiously farming, like, my dailies for Avenue to Power, like, ever since, well, like, forever, basically. That's the nice thing about being slightly obsessive. I've got a good stockpile of gold crystals. I don't know how long that's going to last. As soon as, like, light spirals are released, I feel like I might regret spiraling Vice. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, I've still got, like, a burgeoning stockpile of, like, the bronze and silver EXP crystals. Like, I've never actually dipped into my reserve of those, so I'm kind of drowning in those. Running out of golden toilet paper. Yeah, that is the one thing we're gated by at the moment. That and tier 4 orbs are mildly annoying to get. Grace and Lowen share? You can't share Grace's skill. You can use her as a helper skill, but well, it can't be shared. Oh, that is a spiraled Vice. So yeah, we're using 2k out of my 9k gold crystals, and I have like 13k and 6k bronze crystals. I'm mostly okay when it comes to EXP. Mostly. So I could spiral like 2 or 3 more characters, I guess. Have a look at teams. Have a look at what I tried to do when it comes to solo setups. Can I set up here? I don't even know where I stuck my auto teams anymore. So let's replace the Delphi with the Vice. Dagger, which is not that great. Vice, I guess, probably wants a Shinobi. Guess the next best thing. Tartarus? May as well. Then we can keep full health and poison, and then Twinfold Bonds because Dagger. And I guess that's that. Unless I stick Fatalis on Patia? I don't know. I feel like if I stick Cat on Vice, he'll chew through these stacks too quickly. But otherwise... Actually, wait, no. Probably want healing double buff on Vice, just in case. Have we figured out E-Twins auto yet? I think we'd want to check Taya's channel on YouTube for that, and like dig around and see if they've done an auto clear. Probably why they didn't let us share any hit point reduction skills. I mean, if they were particularly careful about Marth, they wouldn't have allowed him to activate Last Boost twice in a row. But, you know, it's too late for that now. And we'll quickly give this a go and see if this works. No helper. Don't know why I've got that as second skill, but Patia for the double buff shenanigans. Oh my god, 4 times Marth. I mean, there's no way in hell you're gonna get 4 pugs actually coordinating the use of Last Boost. Anyway, let's replace the Nefaria with Leo? Just for the big ol' power plays. Stick a Marisha 10 on her, I guess. Give her the wand skill damage print, and... Wait, I've gone past it. And give her some healing double buff goodness. There we go. And we'll give this a quick go, I guess. You can manual 3-minute solo twin, full auto is really inconsistent. Yeah, I can imagine. Dear. Wait, you're still farming Zephyr? I don't know, I've always farmed Chimeras for tier 4 orbs. Is Chimera not available? Okay, this is dicey. Okay, what are we missing here? Damage. I think I want to replace Gala Alex with Grace. Try Patia on lead. To be fair, my sword on Gala Alex isn't max unbound, so that could be causing very minor issues. I'm not entirely sure if we want to be using the weapon skill, or whether we want to heal. Because I feel like if we put a weapon skill on her, she'll just spam it, so I think I'll just stick a Halloween Lowen heal on it. Yeah. Use Grace instead of Alex, I think. Where is she? There we go. Stick the old Nidhogg. I think I'll take this off Cleo. Take Chocolatiers. Grace lead and double buff. Dragons wise, we're looking okay, I guess. And if things aren't looking too good, I might just replace Cleo with Gala Alex just for like more melee units. Cat on Patio instead of Vice? That's because I don't think Vice will actually be able to keep up the stacks of Cat. I'd rather the skill damage be applied to the bleed, because I feel like Vice will just blow through the stacks. Does Grace AI dispel? Yeah, she does, but my main issue with like ranged AI is they tend to just sit in the satellites. Double check the skills that she's rocking. Do not use that heal. I guess we'll stick a Patio buff on her because we can. But yeah, I feel like putting Cat on Vice, he'll just run out of stacks because they don't. I don't think AI really keeps up combo very well. Let's just refill the tea. Yeah, that's my one issue with putting Chocolatiers on Grace, is that she always just ends up eating the first skill. Ends up eating the first skill because she's just so focused on like blowing through everything. But timing wise, it's pretty good. Defense buff for the stacker means everyone's mostly untouched. But yeah, you see her dispelling, but you also get to see Grace just sitting in the satellites. And she does have this annoying habit of spamming her 4-strike when she's not at full health, which kind of makes sense in a way, but it also means that she just ends up sitting in the satellites a lot, like so. At this point, I think it's just a damage issue. I suppose Cleo might not be a good AI character if she's not using stuff optimally. Give this another go, but obviously still slightly inconsistent. Because of Cleo's skill prep, she also eats the opening attack. Buffing time for the stack is good. Grace is still gonna sit in the satellites. I mean, that's the one thing that kills her. Yeah, Grace AI dispel's just okay. That was questionable. Wait. I feel like something really weird happened there. Cataclysm wise, I'm pretty... yeah, we just eat it. Okay, spears are actually okay at this point. He's gonna walk to middle. Things are about to get really weird. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, the good thing about shield is the red ring actually makes her walk into it, and then she just eats that. Okay. What prince would you recommend for low in auto eCiella? I'm not entirely sure. I'd lean towards skill haste, so that you can get like the 30% hit point buff up as soon as possible. Maybe even some skill prep. I believe standard Lowen... actually, I'm not entirely sure. Does he have skill prep? That I'm not actually too sure about. But if he doesn't have skill prep, then some skill prep, and skill haste otherwise. Otherwise, I feel like it's pretty relaxed. I don't think... yeah, it depends on if your hope has trouble surviving the arrow rain. Give me a wounded and study rabbits. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'd go with skill prep if he doesn't already have skill prep, just to get the hit point buff up as soon as possible. Just work on his survivability, essentially. Grace is just gonna sit in the satellites until she dies again, isn't she? Yeah, This is the main issue I've got. Alright, we've had enough of this. Yeah, we'll have a go at eCiella and see what's going on with her. Oh, look at what's in our history. We've got Grace. So, let's go through the hypothetical Lowen setup. The actual weapon doesn't matter too much. Of Lowen. I don't have another skill haste dragon, so I guess high mid-card Sawmill. Garuda only gives like marginally more hit points than he does. Let's see, his innate one's 75% skill prep, and I guess that means we can just use a tiny amount of skill prep for him, and the rest of it we'd use on skill haste. So for skill haste I would use, I believe, United by One Vision, and for the other bit of skill prep I guess can use From Whence He Comes, because that has 25%, and that'll fill out the rest of it. Evoning Valiant Crown and Poison Punisher on the DPS. Bone speed affects our behavior, but I like 2 times speed. I'm lazy. Anyway. With eCiella I've been able to run at 2 times speed. Cataclysm glitch? Do you mean like it doesn't appear targetable to other people? Because I feel like that still turns up every now and again. Not personally, but I've seen it on other people's streams. There's a pigeon on my balcony. Goodness. Let's see how this shakes out, yeah. I don't believe I've got Lowen spiraled, but that's not too important, right? Oh, if your phone's going into power save mode, it's probably like underclocking as well. That'll probably affect the rate at which your AI are taking actions. Because your AI behavior is dependent entirely on your processor speed, as far as I can tell, and whether it can keep up with like 2 times speed, essentially. Yeah, we're halfway through phase 1. Already at 30% hit point buff. I don't know if it goes above that actually, because now we've got both Silas and Lowen as sources of maximum hit points. Man, Hope makes some really weird noises when he gets hit. I feel like Hope only just barely survived that. He would have died if he ate that first one. That first wave. Okay, so now he's dead. Could have survived that with a grace. Okay. Let's cut that. This is why you want Garuda Hope with Lowen? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's swap that around. Swap that around a bit. Oh, my Garuda only does a bit? Wait, that was on our history. Ah, crap, we're gonna have to redo it. Spiraling Lowen. Spiraling Lowen. Alright, we'll give that a go. The things I do. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Goodness me. Ugh. My resources. Okay, at this point I can only like spiral one character when the next set of light spirals comes around. Just because of Eld water things. You run Patia on your expert eCiella team? Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Stand Lowen for clear. Stand Lowen for clear skin? Clear skin? What? Okay, so this gives him full skill prep and gives him a dispel, which isn't too important. Oh god, more Zephyr. Oh god, more Champ Testaments. Oh god, the pain. Things I do. Potent bug res, which is not the thing we want. Oh god, all my champions' testaments. Stanley when you can stand Luna. This is not quite a K-pop stream just yet. Okay. Lowen has been spiraled. Now what? This is not a solo eCiella team. What is going on here? Why is there a hawk? What the hell is this? That's where the meme comes from, at least Stan Luna for clear skin? What? Excuse me. Goodness. Yeah, no, this team is scuffed, so we'll just steal it. This is definitely not a solo eCiella team. What the hell is this? Right. Steal the Freya from Hope. Stick Garuda on him for reasons. But I get more hit points from... Oh no, I don't. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. Then Hope wants skill haste. Does Strybog give more than... Do I even have Strybog? Oh no. No, 70 Garuda is still more. I guess that's due to the changes they made to like non-maximum unbound dragons. Print-wise, let's go with full skill haste with Lowen. Be nice to buy one vision, and let's stick Castle Cheer Core on him. Oh. Wait, where is it? Let's charge, there we go. I have no idea what else is going on. Hope doesn't buff the whole team's defense, does he? Oh, he does. Okay, no. That makes more sense now, I guess. When you spiral Lowen, he gets 100% skill prep. Oh wait, I still need to upgrade him. Whoops. Augment him as well, because we may as well. Oh wait, he already is. Yeah, I was going off of the like just in case thing. If you've got him spiraled or not. So skill 2, we'll replace that with Patia, and skill 1, we want the sword. So that's all good. Right, let's try the Hope clear, I guess? Lowen clear, that is. 2 times speed. Let's give this a go. If you put heal on him, he'll try to use it during purple arrow and die. Yeah, I suppose if he gets hit by one. I feel like I still prefer my Grace clears because of the life shield, but I guess Ranzel can kind of do that. See where this is going. Oh, Crystal Arrow disappeared rather quickly. Ranzel doesn't give a particularly big life shield though, unfortunately. I guess it's enough. Just for a tiny little buffer. Right, so halfway through phase 1 we're at the 30% hit point buff again. Is that the maximum then? Because I feel like Silas and Lowen both buff it. I guess it depends. Or at least that might just be the cat. I don't know, further down the line I could just maximum unbind Garuda with the Draconic Essences. But that might just be a waste of stamina. Ugh. Okay, he ate every single arrow there, but like with 125 defense buff, he's doing okay. Dodge those that time. Karmic Shield is kinda being dealt with. I guess Ranzel got it that time. Yeah, this clear looks fairly okay, but it's still going to take a while. Maybe if I swap out Silas for Louise? I'm not spiraling another character though, not for this. I just walked right into that, I feel like. What on earth? This is fairly smooth. I don't think this quite beats out. This might be on par with the Grace Clear, I guess. Instant cleanse of Karmic Shield, which is pretty good. Yeah, this will probably clear. I'm not sure if it's quite as fast as my Grace clears, but maybe. I don't know. I feel like Lowen's gonna be easier to get than Grace in the end. Oh, just under 8 minutes. Guess that works. Because we spent so long staring at this, we're gonna be like, oh hey, try again. No network connection. Failed to connect to the server. Yeah, it happens. It's a quirk. Don't know why it happens. I feel like we just lose connection after sitting in the screen for so long. I still need to tackle Kai properly though. $3 silver, 3 gold. Nothing much to write home about. Is there anyone else streaming at the moment? Kinda wanna double check. Who's the Shadow Hope then? Oh, in terms of Hope, in terms of Prince, I've got Valiant Crown and Fires of Hate for the DPS. Hope is running Healing Double Buff for reasons. Dog's Day for like buff duration, I guess? Skill Haste and buff duration. I feel like the Shadow version of Hope is somewhat like Patia, I guess. But she doesn't have quite the... I mean, I don't think Shadow has a skill haste dragon, does it? So it doesn't quite work the same. Valiant Crown. Yeah, Valiant Crown is skill damage and strength double buff. Oh, is Azazel skill hazed? Oh, he is. But you wouldn't... Would you run Azazel on Patia? I feel like you wouldn't. I mean, I feel like Patia is the closest thing we have to Hope at the moment. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have Azazel, so... I don't know. I mean, Cayenne has its own set of issues to deal with. It's not quite like eCiella where you can just heal through everything. The shield is kind of necessary from Grace. Is there anything else we want to tackle at the moment? Because I'm feeling quite lazy otherwise. Yeah, I wanted to check who else is streaming at the moment. Yeah, I wanted to check who else is streaming at the moment. Why am I hearing my own stream? I wanted to check who else is... Goodness me. Okay. I am the only person streaming Dragalia Lost at the moment. No one to raid. Is this when I buy Fall Guys? I don't even know what to do. We've done quite a bit of Dragalia Lost recently. I kinda want to pick up something else. I don't know what to pick up. I don't actually own Fall Guys at the moment. I mean, all in all, this is a fairly chill stream anyway. I feel like Fall Guys doesn't quite fit that chill vibe that we've got going on at the moment. What else have we got? I suppose Pokemon Cafe Mix was another thing that we picked up, but I don't know, I've kind of lost interest in that. What else can we work with? Marble stream? I don't own marbles either. What do we actually do? That game's a mega dead right now in terms of content. Yeah, I feel like they've entered like that sort of filler content loop already. Marble stream? What do people actually do on marble streams? I'm not entirely sure. Marbles on stream. It's a marble racing game for everyone. Oh god, why is the trailer playing? Oh, it's a free-to-play game? Wowee! What exactly would we do on marbles? Basically betting on who wins. Oh, jeez. It's fun to watch. Could be. You know, I'll have a look at installing that. What else could we do? Do we transition to just chatting? Do we want to hear stories? I did mention, like, last night, I have a crab story from when I was in Japan. This might be the time to bring it out. Because, similar to Metcalf, like, I was in Japan for a period of time. Metcalf was there for, like, 2 years. I, myself, was only there for, like, a few months, so have a similar kind of experience. Either way, wait. Oh my god, Marbles is a 6.7 gigabyte install? Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that to like after stream to install, because that could take a while. Okay, just chatting time, I guess? Yeah, we'll leave Dragalia for now. Bap, bap, bap. And you guys get to see my desktop again. Not entirely sure what's going on my desktop. Nothing too heinous, I hope. Yeah, sure. Let's chat for a bit. And I guess I can share my Japan story. Or slash stories. Where do we start though? Because the problem is, unlike Mechaf, I wasn't really focused on getting like video content and photos to fill out Instagram and whatever. So photos that I have from Japan are sort of kind of scattered, really. So I went to Japan like... When did I go to Japan? Went to Japan basically after high school. And I went there to volunteer for 3 months. I volunteered in an English teaching school while I was there. So I need to dig through my Google photos, because I don't have any, like, sort of... Instagram backup for that. Let's see, I went there for 3 months and I taught... let's open up Google Maps, shall we? Actually, hold on. Let's open this up in incognito before I start doxing myself. As you can see, I'm based in London at the moment. I'll be moving in a couple of weeks though. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Because I'm moving in a couple of weeks, who knows, I might not be streaming in about 2 weeks' time. Because I'm moving back in with my parents, and I have no idea how their internet connection is. Basically, I believe Mechaf was... So Mechaf was Ibaraki for his first year, and then he went to like this area, Numazu, for his second year, but I was there for 3 months. But in my 3 months there, I was actually just across the bay from him. Can you guys see my cursor? I have no idea if my cursor is visible. I think it's visible. Basically, I was across the bay from him, and I lived in Miyazaki. So I ended up teaching in 2 schools, and Ochi was the village I lived in, so... Goodness. Mechaf had like the nice, slightly more towny area experience, but me, I was really deep in the countryside, basically. Let's have a look at what this looks like on Google Maps. Right. Where was the house I lived in? I think it was on this road. If I remember correctly. I wasn't that far south. Oh, wait, there's the crepe store that I used to walk to. I'm actually still following their Instagram page. They're not open as much now because of the quarantine, but I should change my stream category actually. See, just chatting and double check. My dashboard. Okay, we're just chatting now. That works. Where the hell is this? Oh, this is the... Is this the back road? Oh Christ, this is the road that's like behind all the houses. Alright, zoom out a bit. What was that? Should we just go to the main road and see if I can still recognize this, because it's been many years. I was in Japan back in 2014? Oh. Do I recognize that path? No. Not quite. Zoom back out again. Or I can just open maps and see exactly where the house was. Okay, I found the house. So, the house I lived in was... okay. So this was like the little forested back road. And the house I lived in Japan was just down this path here. I'm not sure how much of it you can see there. Yeah, it sort of just goes straight past it, but the house I lived in was unfortunately hidden behind this foliage here. But it's fairly fun. A little side path down here, covered in cobwebs that would lead you straight to a bus stop. But I don't think I really took the bus that much when I was in Japan, because the school I taught at when I was there, they actually provided us bikes. But the bike rides were fairly far, so the house I was in was like here-ish. But the one school I taught at was, well, there were two schools that I taught at, because they owned two schools. Or at least the place I taught at had two schools. So I'd ride a bike. That's like 2 or 3 kilometers, I guess. And where's the school? In so many years. Okay. Kinda located it, I think it was here? Ah, there was a Chinese restaurant behind the school. Ah, man. No shots from here. But 7-Eleven that was... Man, this looks a lot bigger than I remember. But yeah, you can see like right there in the distance, Apex English was the school I taught at. But I think they've closed now because of the pandemic, like... Because it wasn't like a full school, it was a... sort of like an extracurricular thing, so kids would go there after school, and we'd get adults in, like in the middle of the day as well. There was a 60-year-old lady that I taught. Her name was Miss Junko, I believe, and she'd always come back. Like she had purple hair for one, and man, she'd have stories of like cross-continental, like intercontinental bus rides that she'd go on holiday. She'd come back with stories of like her having gone to like fucking Machu Picchu. Like this 60-year-old lady, like she was goals, basically. She had a lot of stuff going on. She had like a very interesting life. And back then I just finished high school, so I was 18, so here I was, like, absolutely amazed at what this 60-year-old woman was doing. I don't know what else she did. Like, all I remember now is, like, her intercontinental trip to fucking Machu Picchu. But this was, like, the one big supermarket in the area that I remember having easy access to. And, oh my god, the English on its sign. I mean, Superluck was okay as a name, but honestly, it is the paradise of the dream that I created and benching for true heart of the imagination with the richness, and that, you know, the English there was questionable, but you know, we sort of dealt with it. How profound. Yeah, I mean, like, it just became a sort of inside joke between the teachers, just end a sentence with the richness. But yeah, here we can see the back of the school, I guess. And in the summer, this was actually fairly okay. I believe there was like a water hose here or something. Why do we have 3 signs? Image capture August 2014. Oh, snap! This was like when I was there then. You can even see the mini car that we had with our details on. So the school had a car assigned to it as well. next to us, I think, was a cafe, but they kept on rotating. Like, the cafe was never long-lived. Like, even in the 3 months I was there, like, I'm pretty sure the business that was there, like, changed like 2 or 3 times. Like, it's even closed in this shop. September 2018? Yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's go to the other school that I taught at as well. So this was one bike ride. This one wasn't too, like, riding to this one wasn't too bad, because you could go along the main road, or like just slightly off it, there'd be a bike road that would sort of cut through this area. And I guess we'd end up riding through like part of the city as well. But the bike ride the other direction, oh my god. So the bike ride to the other school, we'd end up taking the back road. So the house is like here-ish. What we do is we wind our way down to this back road. So if we point ourselves south, yeah, so I'd be riding my bike along this road, and yeah, Metcalf mentioned before, like, it's incredibly narrow. I didn't have issues with buses going down this road, but, you know, I had to like basically ride on the sidewalk, and oh god, yeah, I was terrible at riding bikes back then. Like, I don't really ride a bike back in the UK, and like barely have any practice when it comes to riding bikes. But, you know, these images captured August 2019, it still kind of looks like what I dealt with. But yeah, I'd ride along this road, and you know, for the most part, this initial bit is fairly flat. And I could just follow it straight for a long while. Fairly peaceful as well when I chose to ride the bike, but... oh wait, is this where it stops? No, I want to take the rest of the road. Okay, so we ended up here. Oh, that's weird. Facing south again, pushing onwards, and obviously we can actually just keep going straight. Ah, how do we go along? Going straight, fairly peaceful. And you know what, like, it's mostly like this until a bit further on. So get through here. Still fairly standard. There's a slight, I think there's a slight uphill here, but it wasn't too bad. Going through a more residential area with a couple of shops as well. Looks like a ghost town? I mean, it was like fairly countryside-y. The occasional restaurant here and there. But yeah, it was very rural. Now where did it get tricky? Now, let me remind myself where the other school was. Okay, so we go on for quite a while, actually, following this road. Let me check what's going on here. Still fairly standard. Ah, okay, we've reached the interesting part here. So, at this point, it's flat, 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 and then suddenly, we start going uphill. And this was like a fairly steep uphill road. So steep. Even more. So steep. And I do have a photo of this shot actually. Let me dig through my album and see if I can show you guys without. Yeah, okay. So, photo-wise, we have this shot. It's taken on my, like, super old phone from back in the day. But I have a shot of the scenery with much better weather. This was captured September 2014? Oh, we can kind of line it up as well. You can see this hill here. Lines up with that. I think I was down there at some point for some, like, capoeira lessons or something? I don't even remember. I was there for weird reasons. Anyway, moving on upwards. This hill, my god, was the death of me. Like, for the first month I was there, I'd go like partially up the hill and then I'd have to start walking at like that point because I just couldn't manage to bike it. But after a month of like continually pushing and trying to get up the hill in one go, like I did eventually manage it. That was like a big victory moment for me, being able to go up the hill in one go. But my god, it keeps going. And at this point, it's back to being flat again. And is largely uninteresting, so... what was the score? Score was... yeah-ish, I want to say. Where are we looking? Oh, there we go, there's the score. Image capture August 2019. So the school was actually based in a house, and that's where the owners of the school lived. They'd live like in the upper floors, and then the lower floors of it would be like classrooms, essentially, or the one classroom, and then a kitchen next to it. Yeah, the way I'd get into the school would be going around here, and then I believe that roadway there. Yeah, this would be like the driveway leading into the school. And things were largely fairly peaceful there, honestly. I didn't get up to too much. I did go to a music festival while I was there, actually. And at that point, you know, people were fairly familiar with me. So like I managed to buy alcohol, like even though I was 18. And the drinking age in Japan was 20, but nobody really questioned me when I was in that small town. People sort of just were okay with it. And the music festival was at the Sagara Sun Beach, if I remember correctly, or like Seaside Park? Something like that. There's no shots of it, is there? Yeah, the festival was like over this wall in the park. Board. Windblow? Festival was Windblow. Let's see if Windblow 2014 comes up with anything. Windblow 14, Facebook. But yeah, Sagara Seaside Park. This was the music festival I ended up going to. Man, no photos? Yeah, I guess there's not too much going on at the moment. Facebook, stop it. $2019, huh? I don't know, I would have liked to go back at some point. Just on a holiday, I guess. It's kind of similar to how Metcalf treats things. Like, living in Japan was nice, but for a prolonged period of time, I guess you kind of just miss interacting with people without, like, this weird pretense of you being the foreigner, essentially. Now, what else did I get up to? I don't know, I suppose my time in Japan was fairly chill. I mean, I went to Tokyo for a weekend, and I have like a bunch of touristy shots of Tokyo, but in the end, not too much. One photo from when you get bored at the school, and you've got like some downtime, I'm just like, yeah, a finger in the hand. Yeah, let's not get too deep into that. Oh, I did go on a camping trip actually when I was there. And I also ended up working for a Coca-Cola sponsored event. It was like the sea windsurfing event sponsored by Coca-Cola. It was like this youth competition or something. I ended up manning a store there for like the entire day. And I was sat under a marquee, but my right leg, and just my right leg, ended up being sunburnt. It was a strange day, but I have like one photo from that time, which is just this, essentially. And this is when we were still setting up the stalls, and I was there selling, what, like bread, cakes, that kind of stuff. It's a weird job to get, like, thrust upon yourself. Because it was the owner of the school that asked me to do this, and I was manning the stall alongside another one of the teachers that was there. But, yeah. Strange time. What else have I got in terms of photos? I do have a video of the music festival, actually, and quite a few videos. So let me pause the music real quick. I guess I can show you my Google Photos shenanigans. But from the festival... Wow, dude. Yeah, the microphone is completely blown out, Jesus. Yeah, like, phone could not handle it, but Christ almighty. It was a very hippie music festival. People don't look terribly excited to be there either, they're just bouncing a bit. Sorry about the audio. Let me see if I can stick a compressor in this. Stick a compressor. 4 minus 10. Okay. Right, we now have a compressor in this. And we're just replaying. Yeah, okay. What are they had 2 stages there as well. They had this whole thing going on. But yeah, I don't know, people were fairly chill there, honestly. Like, wasn't too crazy. Until it got dark. Things got pretty crazy when it was dark, and it started raining as well. But at that point, I think I was too drunk to really, like, be focused on trying to record shit. Yeah, Japanese indie music, I guess. Photos of people at the... Oh, I do have a video from nighttime. But my... God. I guess this was still before it got too crazy. Christ almighty, this is shaky camera footage. I must have been clapping or something. But okay. Japanese indie music, I guess. What the hell am I doing? I'm recording the crowd. My god. Terrible cameramanship. Yeah, bubbles, that kind of stuff. Pepper jamming hard. Yeah. I don't know. Oh god, I have these photos too. Yeah, the house I lived in, they had a fucking bottle of vodka or something like that, and there was a snake inside it? I don't know if we ever tried it, but... Oh my god, snake vodka... Actually, yeah, I must have tried a bit at some point. Probably on my leaving day. Yeah, Chinese medicine, something like that. Anyway, give me a second. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. You can stare at these photos for a quick second. Oh. And we're back. And let's go through, like... Actually... Yeah, there was actually a temple, I believe, on the hill behind our house. And so, like, one, I think, weekend afternoon or something, we just went and visited, like, these village temples. And they were fairly abandoned, like, there was nobody there. I mean, obviously they were being upkept, but otherwise it was fairly quiet. And not too much going on. Overexposed photos. But otherwise, I don't know, it's fairly chill. Random shrines, that kind of thing. Had no idea what was really going on. Oh, I've just noticed the glass in that. Or is it because it's broken? What's inside these shrines? I don't believe I actually walked inside any of these. I think we just decided not to because we were wandering around anyway. Like, there was nobody there. But we walked through the grounds, that kind of stuff. I don't know why I have this photo of just my feet, but here you go. But yeah, steps leading up to one of the shrines. This was from Kaisen sushi? Something like that? Conveyor belt sushi. That is a terrible, terrible karaoke clip. Just so confused. Christ. Let's see. Oh, there was also a summer festival there. So, like, when were these photos taken? 13th of September. I think there was, like, some village festivals going on. And so there was this giant wooden boat that they built. This was the shrine in the middle of town, or, like, next to town. And then your, like, typical festival stuff as well. It's fairly nice. I think I had okonomiyaki for the first time there, which was good. Oh. And then clips of them doing shrine stuff? That looks familiar. I forget what the name for it is. Random selfies of my dad. Yeah, unfortunately Google Photos is also backing up like the stuff I get from my dad. So, let's carefully curate what I show you guys. What else was there? Was that clip? There was... Hold on. Can I open this in another tab? I can. So this was a clip of when they actually started moving the boat. I believe everyone in those light blue yukata are like... these light blue robes. I'm not entirely sure if we'd call them yukata, but I believe they're all like males of the town / villages around the area. They had this giant wooden boat. Well, I say giant, but like handmade model boat. I haven't watched this video, and I don't think I ever rewatched this video since coming back, so I know it's nice to revisit it. But I think after raising the sails, they like pick it up and walk it down the. Oh wait, hold on. There's more than one boat. Man, my memory's ass. At some point, they walk it along somewhere. Okay, let's have a look at what else I managed to record. So after all the sort of initial ceremony is done, oh my god, what are they doing to that boat? They started flinging it around, I guess, and just walking it down the central thing of the festival. What? Good old festival music, I guess. Screaming noises. I say screaming noises, I mean chants of sorts, I guess. Dear.
Oh, Jesus.
Guess I would have rehearsed this, huh? What else was there? I remember there being like one of those shooting games there as well in one of the stalls. They had air guns that shot out corks. And like, I was absolutely terrible. I couldn't actually manage to win anything. They also had like those goldfish catching games where you have like a little wooden hoop and it had paper in the middle and you try and catch goldfish with that. I believe one of the teachers did manage to catch a couple of fish. As you do. Man, that boat is so detailed. And a shot of someone's back, I guess. It mostly covers it, I think. Let's see what else there is to share. And we're looking at... Why do I have this video? Oh, what is this? I guess after the boats they had these guys. I guess we'd call them... Actually, I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, I guess that was that. And then I spent... Oh, I have some photos from my weekend in Tokyo as well. This is one of the shots I had of the area. Terribly blurry. Such is the plight of phones from 2014. I think I took a slightly better shot of it afterwards, but still pretty blurry because low light levels and such. And I must have been on a bridge? Man, I don't remember much of this. I think I spent most of that night in Tokyo, I'm pretty sure I spent drunk, because I basically went on like a mini bar crawl with the two other teachers that came with me to Tokyo for the weekend. Despite the fact that I was underage. For drinking in Japan anyway. I think it helped that I was accompanied by two white female teachers, and so the bars would just let me in with them, like, no questions asked. Oh my god. Was there anything else going on there? I don't know why I have this photo. The Dubliners Cafe and Pub. Maybe it was that. Just like this Western-themed bar in the middle of everything else that was quite clearly Japanese. Never went in there. I think we were just walking up and down the hill at that point. I remember going down some stairs in like this dimly lit doorway that had stairs going down. I don't think I can show you the photo of what was inside because TOS, but it basically ended up being like a sex toy store. And yeah, there were other foreigners there who just met eyes, and there was just this random you know, yeah, we both ended up here. We don't know why, but you know, poorly lit doorway with stairs leading into a basement. You kind of have to do it, right? Is that not the natural way of doing things? And what else do I have photos of? I'm trying to figure out what this is. Oh, I have photos of the one bar I ended up getting into as well. Videos as well. Christ almighty. But yeah, 18-year-old me cruising around Tokyo. Pepe Jam, I guess. And then we had fucking McDonald's at 4 AM. McDonald's at 4 AM, you know, that's what life is about. We went to Asakusa as well. For the giant temple. I bought a wall hanging from there, which is in my bedroom at the moment. But, yeah, Great Wave of Kanagawa. I guess everyone's seen that. Picture of the main shrine? I guess currently there's not too much in terms of like stuff that can get me doxxed. So, well, when it comes to leaking details about other stuff anyhow. Like, photos of like the main gates, the main temple in the background, I think, maybe? I don't remember too clearly. But there was that. And then just random shopping. I don't know why, we just went through all these weird department stores. Or like 100 yen stores or something along those lines. Or they'd be like 300 yen or something. Just random shots of various places in Tokyo, I guess. What else was there? Not too much else. And back to curating what I show you guys. But yeah, photo of Mount Fuji across the sea, because that's where I was, I guess, across the sea from Fuji, which was nice. And then more pictures of festivals. So this was like another village festival, like a month after the last one. Mr. Google tells me these photos were taken on the 11th of October, or the 12th of October, something like that. How was that? We'll get handed beer just randomly, I don't know why. Just beer on tap. And then like sort of the crowning thing of the night was they did fucking Frozen on a stage. I think it was a bunch of men in drag as well, which was, you know, it was an experience. And then there's just like, yeah, I suppose it's kind of normal for everyone at that point. Everyone's used to it. But sure, men in drag, guys in black bodysuits, just being the invisible people on stage, as you do. Kind of want to up the volume for this. It was a chaotic night. Oh, no, the cool thing is, like, because it was a village-based thing, and so, like, we saw some of the kids that we taught performing here as well. If I remember correctly, there's actually a Japanese translation of... Like, Frozen actually had a Japanese dub. What the hell are they doing with Olaf?
I like the masks.
Oh, that's
Oops. Round of applause for the guys on stage. My god, that was a weird night. I think I ended up stranded in the middle of the dark with a bike that had its chain fall off on that night. It was a strange night. And then what else was there? There were more village floats. And... oh, there was a camping trip we went on as well. There was a camping trip we went on... This is the picture I took while on the trip, which was a fairly nice trip. I need to double check where it was on the map. Because we went on a really long road trip to a campsite that I believe was in around here. Like, Mr. Google tells me that the photos were taken in Hokuto, but I actually have no idea where the actual camping was done. But god, the road trip? There was, at the school, there's this, there still is actually, a Bernese mountain dog. His name is Dave, and he weighs more than I do. But he was in the van with us, going on a road trip. And oh my god, he sat in the back with us, but I don't know, long story short, like, he liked walking all over people, and at some point he just started standing on my balls. It's fairly scary road trip, honestly. But all in all though, he was a very good dog, and I don't know, it was a fairly relaxing camp trip. I don't think I have that many photos of it, because it was just us chilling with each other. But yeah, these are like the last couple of photos I have in Japan. So like, this is one of the last photos, and this is the other last photo. So like, fairly scenic shots of like us on the way to the campsite. This, I believe, was a walking expedition, or at least we took like a short car journey somewhere, just like chilled. It was like a weekend trip to a campsite. It was fairly nice. Somewhere in this area, I have no idea. But I don't know, if that picture was of a lake, I guess we crossed a body of water at some point. Or was it Lake Suwa? Probably not. I'm looking at it on the map, and like, it's far too built up to be what we actually went past. Maybe something more like this. I don't know. Yeah, my time in Japan was fairly short-lived. Man, stories. Oh, the crab story. I never actually talked about the fucking crab. Oh my god. So I talked about how I lived in a countryside house, essentially. But it's also really close to the sea. And so, like, huntsman spiders were one thing, but I remember one morning I was putting on my shoes to get ready to go to the school to teach. So I pulled on my left shoe, perfectly fine. I go on to put on my right shoe, and my foot hits something hard, like halfway into the shoe. I'm like, something's in my shoe? So I pick it up and I look at it like, sort of pick it up and I put it like heel on the bottom. And this thing just falls into the heel. And it just starts wriggling, and I'm just like, holy fuck. And so I throw the shoe out the front door of the house. And it lands on its side. I'm just watching the shoe from like a couple of meters away, and then this crab just slowly crawls out of my shoe and just walks off into the bushes, and I'm just like, what the fuck did I just see? And that was it, mostly, for the most part. It's just like that sinking feeling in your chest when something just falls into the heel of your shoe and starts wriggling. It's just fucking terrifying. Goddamn terrifying hermit crabs or something. I don't even know. But god. Because at this time we basically left like all the windows and doors open for the house all the time, because it was the middle of Japanese summer basically, and no air conditioning. But like the village we were in was safe enough that we basically never locked the doors, even when there was nobody at home. Like, crime just wasn't a thing in that area as far as I could tell. Yeah, goddamn, finding a goddamn crab in your shoe. It's not something you expect. But yeah, I guess that's the crab story. I'm trying to think, what else would I do if I went back? Man. Oh, Marine Park in Miyazaki. So the Marine Park was where I went for a couple of capoeira lessons, strangely enough. And Coffee Pot. I remember that coffee shop. I went there one time, I believe. Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny coffee shop. You could fit like 8 people inside, and some people sat outside as well. But after, I believe we ended up walking there after my like first night in Japan. Yeah, I think my first night in Japan was here. And it was a fireworks festival, and then afterwards we ended up like sitting in this coffee shop with I believe the coffee shop owner was Miki, and we just ended up like chilling there for like a few hours. Had a guitar there as well. But yeah, chilling over. I believe there's a barbecue that we started up outside. Pretty nice night. Fireworks festival, drinks and a guitar in a tiny coffee shop. It was a nice place. And then learning capoeira in this field somewhere a few weeks later. I don't know. It's a weird place. And then there was a Pacific Cafe. Yeah. This is a really nice cafe that was on top of like this, sort of above a cliff, in a way. Oh, hey, there's a shop. This is inside the cafe? No, this is something else. Pacific Cafe. Oh, that was actually where I spent my last night in Japan, I believe. Because it was Halloween. Unfortunately, there are no pictures of what I looked like, I believe, on Halloween night. I'm pretty sure I was wearing, like, a blue wig and fucking cat ears or something. Because we were teaching... Yeah, because we were still teaching English during Halloween, and obviously during then we had, like, Halloween-themed English lessons, and part of that included the teachers dressing up. I think I probably still have the cat ears in a box somewhere. Guess that's another souvenir. I had a pink bow as well. Those are probably sat in some box somewhere. Yeah, fun times. Like, I also tried learning to surf. Wasn't terribly successful. But, yeah, some surfing there. And oh my god. I remember one time I was walking towards one of the beaches with a surfboard. And Christ almighty, there are hornets in Japan. There aren't hornets in the UK, as far as I can tell. There's news stories about Asian murder hornets, but my first time encountering hornets was in Japan, and I was just walking along the road towards the beach. And, I mean, shirtless as well, because that's kind of what you do when you're heading off to surf. But then this fucking giant hornet approaches me, and I'm unequipped to deal with hornets except for the surfboard in my hands. And so I ended up swinging at a hornet with a surfboard, and then just fucking running down the road, trying to get away from the hornet as quickly as possible. Because I guess I don't deal terribly well with stinging creatures, I guess. But this crepe store was really nice. Full moon crepe store. I do have a photo of one of the teachers posing with a crepe there. Ta-da! This guy was actually one of the full-time teachers at the English school. I believe he's married in Japan with a wife and child now. But yeah, I guess like he like made it a full-time thing. Sort of made his future there, I guess. I don't know. I guess there's not too much else to share about my time in Japan. I've kind of gone through it. Like, most of it was fairly standard. Not too much going on. Because most of my time was actually just spent teaching, and then, like, because I was volunteering, I didn't really have the money to go, like, on many trips as well. So just living off my own savings and such. Yeah, Japan story. Man, what do we talk about now? Should I be installing marbles now? I don't even know anymore. But marbles on stream. I guess we'll install it. But it'll take like 10 minutes. What else do people do on streams, huh? Because I'm at a loss. Actually, I don't know. I feel like I've been streaming for a while now. 3 hours? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll call it for this stream. Is there anyone streaming Dragalia Lost? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. What am I looking for? Twitch. There's still no one streaming Dragalia Lost. Okay, I guess I can't. Raid. Okay, I can raid like an art streamer or something. If you guys want to... You can try that. Thanks for coming around. So I'm going to be raiding Kyuko, who's currently doing just chatting, but she does art and stuff as well. Yeah, she doesn't do too much else. I found out about Kyuko from the Austin show. He's doing Love or Host, and he was one of the contestants. He was one of the contestants. She was one of the contestants. And yeah, hopefully she treats you well. She's pretty cool, fairly chill, and she also did the profile picture that I'm rocking on Twitter and Discord now. But yeah, she's fairly nice. Otherwise, I guess that's that.